84 years.
Not 84 years, but over 3 years, which is still a very long time. For all the new subscribers who have joined the channel after I made that last worst to best Battlefield 5 video, I used to make those videos a lot back in the day. I also wanted to do one for Battlefield 2042, but because it was a live service game, I basically had to stop and wait until the server stopped. Well, surprise surprise, we got our final content update a little while ago, and now we can finally rank every sniper rifle in Battlefield 2042 from worst to best. Damn, it's been a while since I've said that. Now, if you want to see more of these worst to best videos in Battlefield 2042 or any other game, be sure to drop a like and definitely subscribe to the channel. That way I know if you guys want to see that. I decided to start with these sniper rifles because there aren't a whole lot of them and it's easy for me to start out with because their stats are not very complicated, if that makes sense. Anyway, without further ado, let's start with the worst sniper rifle in Battlefield 2042. First up is the DRX-1 sniper rifle. This actually used to be pretty much the best sniper rifle in the game before it was nerfed. I can name one thing that it has going for it, and that is the bullet velocity, which is the fastest out of all these sniper rifles. Technically second fastest, but we'll get to that later. Now, there are no raw stat numbers of the weapons in Battlefield 2042 like we had in previous Battlefield games through simtech.com. For the longest time I had no idea what the stats were of these weapons, so this list has been made mostly through my own experience using them. But very recently I found a Google spreadsheet made by someone named Sorrow, and those are the stats that I'll be using as a point of reference in this video. I will leave a link down below to the spreadsheet. I actually saw the link to this spreadsheet on Reddit, and as far as I've seen, this person has manually tested all the stats for all these guns, so a big shout out to Sorrow for making these. Again, I'm not entirely sure on how accurate and up to date these stats are, but it's the best we got. So anyway, about the DRX-1, it has a whoppingly fast muzzle velocity of 975 meters per second with the standard barrel and standard rounds. But with the extended barrel and high powered rounds, it can reach 1365 meters per second muzzle velocity, which makes it obviously the best for long range sniping. But that is pretty much it, because everything else about this sniper rifle pretty much sucks compared to the others, especially the rate of fire. If you want that fast muzzle velocity, you will have a rate of fire of 28 rounds per minute. So follow-up shots are horrible, so you better make those headshots count. Reload speed is decent for this weapon class with 4.23 seconds for an empty reload with extended mags, which I think most people will use, and for a tactical reload it's only 2.6 seconds, which is actually pretty fast. So be sure to always have one round remaining before reloading, it will save you a lot of time. Other than that, the ADS time is also pretty slow, but that also depends on which scope you use. The higher the zoom, usually the longer the ADS time, as far as I've seen. So the DRX-1, good for long range sniping, very fast muzzle velocity to hit those headshots, but other than that, you have better options obviously. Anyway, next up we have the GOL Magnum sniper rifle. Now from this point on, we don't necessarily have a bad sniper rifle per se. Every sniper rifle from this point on serves a different role. One is more aggressive, one is more balanced, you know, stuff like that. Now obviously, if you look at it like that, it might be hard to objectively rank them, but basically you can look at it like this. If I only had to pick one sniper rifle to use for the rest of my Battlefield 2042 playtime, it would be the number 1 pick on this list, and after that the number 2 pick, etc, etc, you get the point. Now getting back to the GOL Magnum, it's actually a pretty interesting gun. First of all, it's the only weapon on this list that has been ported over from Portal to All Out Warfare, so it doesn't have a lot of attachments. The only thing it has is a bipod and a regular or extended magazine option, and obviously also different scopes. The extended mag gives you 5 extra rounds to shoot before reloading, so 10 plus 1 in the chamber, and the tactical reload time is pretty much the same as the regular mag, though for the empty reload it's pretty long, 5 seconds to be precise. One downside that I noticed is the total ammo count for this gun. With the extended mags, you get 10 plus 1 in the chamber like I said, plus 2 more mags. So if you are a bit aggressive with the sniper rifle, which you definitely can because it has a pretty decent rate of fire of 43 rounds per minute and a good ADS time, you'll burn through your ammo pretty quickly. In fact, you get less ammo in total with the extended mags compared to the regular mags, though you do have to reload less frequently, so that's a good trade-off in my opinion. Now, because you don't have any different ammo types or barrel options, the muzzle velocity stays the same, 965 meters per second, which is pretty fast. So it kinda sits between an aggressive fast sniper rifle and a more balanced one, if that makes sense, which sounds great on paper, and if you get the feeling for this gun you will pull off some great shots, but in my opinion there are better options, like the XCE Bar. Bar, the newest sniper rifle added to the game. If you want an aggressive sniper rifle, this is the choice for you. This sniper rifle has the fastest rate of fire out of all the sniper rifles in the game. 60 rounds per minute, which is, as you can see by the background footage, pretty damn quick for a bolt action sniper rifle. So follow-up shots are absolutely no problem at all. In fact, no matter the type of ammo you use, the rate of fire is always 60 rounds per minute. So obviously you're gonna choose the ammo type that gives you the fastest muzzle velocity, which, according to Rorsch's weapon stats, is the high-powered ammo. With that ammo, you get 965 meters per second muzzle velocity, which is the same as the GOL Magnum. So for the exact same muzzle velocity, you get a sniper rifle with the same damage profile and a way higher rate of fire. It is a great sniper rifle even for longer ranges. In fact, the insane fast rate of fire makes the follow-up shot so fast you often don't need to hit a headshot for long range targets, because the back-to-back body shots are usually in such quick succession that the target doesn't even have time to react. To be honest, I wouldn't blame anyone for putting the XCE Bar way higher up the list, but when I explain my other picks, you might understand why it's on this spot. So next up is the NTW50. This is basically the Martini Henry from Battlefield 1. Very low rate of fire, only 21 rounds per minute, so definitely the slowest of the bunch. Also a very slow muzzle velocity of 485 meters per second. Again, definitely the slowest of the bunch, but when it comes to the base damage, it is always a one-shot kill within 100 meters. It actually does 120 damage within 100 meters, so shots that land on the limbs, like the arms and the legs, still mean a one-shot kill, just like the Martini Henry in Battlefield 1. Now, this gun does require a certain playstyle, because on the one hand, you have to be a little bit aggressive if you want to take advantage of the one-shot kill potential, so you have to be within 100 meters of the enemy. However, the ADS time and rate of fire is very slow, so you can't really count on follow-up shots. You basically have to have a good position and peek in and out of cover. If you do that and you know how to lead this thing, which requires some getting used to, I'll admit, you can absolutely slay with this sniper rifle. The 4x scope has the perfect zoom in my opinion for this gun, because you don't really have to have a higher zoom since you won't be sniping from long range, and this scope's FOV is perfect to lead the target in relation to its low muzzle velocity. Technically speaking, within 100 meters, it has literally the fastest time to kill out of all the guns in the game. That's why in a one-on-one situation, if you hit your shot anywhere on the body and you are first, you will always win the gunfight. The NTW50 and the next sniper rifle on the list are also the only guns that have a different damage profile. All the other sniper rifles that have regular ammo or high-powered ammo have a max damage of 70 and 60 damage beyond that. So the NTW50 and the next one are pretty unique in that sense. And speaking of the next one, the next sniper rifle on the list, the second highest rated according to me, isn't technically even a sniper rifle in this game. I'm talking about the Rorsch Mark IV, aka the railgun. I don't think I have to explain why this gun is amazing for sniping. First of all, it has 3 firing modes. One of them is the single fire sniper setting. The other 2 are full auto and burst fire options. That means that as a gun in itself, it is amazing. It can do multiple things. But we're only gonna focus on the single shot function for now. Like the NTW50, it has a unique damage profile compared to the other sniper rifles. Within 200 meters, it does 80 damage to the body. So within 200 meters, it is a 2-shot body shot kill like the other regular sniper rifles. And beyond 200 meters, it only does 40 damage. So that's a big downside compared to the other sniper rifles. However, regardless of the range, it is still a one-shot headshot kill, obviously. So what makes this gun so special? Well, the muzzle velocity. The muzzle velocity is 6,740 meters per second. So almost 7 kilometers a second. Pretty fast if you ask me. I mean, it is a railgun after all. This basically means that you don't have to lead your targets and you don't have to account for bullet drop unless in extreme ranges. It's basically just point and click and the shot lands almost instantly like hit scan. And that's why I also decided to use this gun on PC with mouse and keyboard. And it's pretty freaking disgusting. On top of the ridiculous muzzle velocity, it also has 20 rounds in the magazine, so you can shoot 20 times before needing to reload. And the reload time itself is the fastest on this list by far. For an empty reload, it takes 2.8 seconds, and for a tactical reload, it takes 2.18 seconds. Very fast. The 20 round mag also comes in handy for when you're shooting targets beyond 200 meters, because then, like I said, you need 3 body shots to get a kill. But even when they're running, you pretty much don't have to lead your shots because of the muzzle velocity. And on top of that, you have 20 shots before needing to reload as an extra. It has a rate of fire of 55 rounds per minute, which is the second fastest right after the XCE Bar. So then you might be asking, what are the downsides of this gun? Well, I already mentioned the 3-shot body shot kill beyond 200 meters, which is a pretty big deal to be honest. You also have a unique charge-up mechanic for this gun, meaning you have to hold down the trigger for a second before it actually shoots, adding just a little bit of a skill factor to it. Otherwise, it would be way too overpowered. And lastly, many people probably haven't realized this yet, but since this railgun is technically not a sniper rifle in this game, you can't hold your breath with the high-powered scope, which means that the scope is always swaying and you can't be 100% accurate. That's why it's much better on mouse and keyboard compared to controller, because it's much easier to aim there. But still, regardless of those things, it is amazing and it definitely deserves the number 2 spot on this list, and I wouldn't blame you if you put it on the number 1 spot. But for me, the number 1 sniper rifle in Battlefield 2042 is the SWS-10. I can make it very easy for why this is the number 1 pick for me. Basically, it's the perfect balance between all the other sniper rifles. It has a great muzzle velocity of 965 or 1125 with the high power ammo. It has a great ammo count of 10 plus 1 in the chamber or 12 plus 1 in the chamber with the extended mags, though that also increases the reload time to 4.8 seconds for an empty reload and 3 seconds for a tactical reload. So the standard mags are obviously better for reload speed, 4.3 for empty reloads and 2.74 for tactical reloads. The close combat ammo reloads even faster, but I don't recommend using them. Furthermore, the slowest rate of fire for this weapon with the fastest muzzle velocity is 40 rounds per minute. So almost as fast as the GOL Magnum, which is already pretty fast. Basically, this is like the M1911 in Battlefield 1. It doesn't really excel in one specific field, but on all fronts it is really good, so it's always a safe bet. Plus it has the most different types of attachments. You can equip everything from a suppressor to bipods to even grenade launchers and underbarreled shotguns, so it is very versatile. Let me know down below if you agree, and also if you want to see more, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, I see you guys next time.